Welcome to this episode of Look Around Lubbock, brought to you by Fox 34. Hi, I'm Kirk Kaiser, and I'll be your Look Around Lubbock host over the next several months as we explore a myriad of educational opportunities. There are so many topics that can enrich your life, from fitness, sewing, cosmetology, dance, continuing education, and more. Join me every Saturday and Sunday afternoon and evenings right here on Fox 34 News Now. Portales, New Mexico, the proud home of Eastern New Mexico University. When asked what makes Eastern special, the chancellor points to the hometown family feel.
It's rather unique to have a university our size in a community the size of Portales. It's a community of just over 12,000. There's an Air Force base just a few miles away, so it has that university feel, but in a small town atmosphere. Every single person on this campus is concerned in one way or another about seeing that student walk across the graduation stage. It's just a unique place to study and to learn, to grow. It's a place where a student can feel comfortable, feel welcomed, and for the parents' peace of mind, yeah, it's a safe community.
Something else that makes Eastern special, they recently won Metallica's For Whom the Band Tolls marching band competition for college bands in Division 2 and 3. For the Greyhound Sound, it was a team effort.
This year we purposefully allowed the students to have more autonomy over choosing the show and which movements and which pieces that we played from Metallica's repertoire. And the opening bass solo was written by the student who played that, Ignacio Perez. And you know, if you watch the video, Nacho very much meets the sort of vibe of what Metallica's music is, which is really fun, and we think that's something that really helped us stand out, and we're super proud of that. But yes, Metallica themselves, the band, they watched our performance and they chose us to be the winner of the D2, D3. So we're just so incredibly thankful for it.
Winning an award like this brings a true sense of pride to a university that rallies behind the motto, One Eastern.
We're a university campus and two community college campuses. And my goal is to make every program that we offer system-wide available to any student enrolled at Eastern. When we ask that question, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with this degree? That answer, we can help connect the pieces and make that happen for them.
Eastern offers a unique opportunity. Due to their proximity to Texas, they make it easy for students across the border to come to their school. Anyone within a 135-mile radius of the campus can receive New Mexico in-state tuition with scholarships in each department. Their goal is to help students get a good education.
You know, we're just a few miles from the state line with Texas. It's the High Plains area. I think the geography of where we live dictates the culture and the people here as much as anything. We started as a normal school. That's the old term for a college of education. So very strong educational programs, very strong business. Our science and STEM fields, preparing students to go on to medical school or vet med. Our speech, language, hearing, we call it communicative disorders program is very strong. Our social work programs. So there's a lot there, and what we are adding now through One Eastern is that ability to customize that. When I started, I interviewed with a board of regents here, and I was very honest. I said, I'm not looking to be a president anywhere. I want to be a president in a place where I believe in the mission of the university, the work that we do. And growing up on the High Plains, you know, being a first-generation college graduate, I see myself where I started and where my wife started in the students that we serve. And I always say we don't all start in the same place, but there's a common thread where who we are and where we want to be, and that's what we do here at Eastern.
One Eastern.
One Eastern.
If you think Infinity Training and Wellness is just another gym in town, you'd be wrong. It's much more than that.
To some people, it's just a gym. It's not just a gym. It's an environment that I wanted to create of welcoming everybody. We all have different fitness levels or fitness goals or the definition of fitness. And I wanted it to be welcoming to everybody. And I wanted this to be a really clean, safe gym. I wanted to have a staff that was happy and welcoming 99.9% of the time. They come here for wellness, what make them feel good from the inside out.
When Jennifer says inside out, you actually need to start with what's inside your body.
Nutrition plays a big role, such a big role, even in our well-being of how we feel, how we wake up in the mornings. If we don't eat the correct amount of what we call macros it's just a word for big, large molecules, which would be protein, fats, and carbs. If we don't eat and consume that and break it down in our bodies correctly, and then that gets delivered everywhere to all of our organs, our toes, our eyes, our heart, our mind, and also it helps our hormones, then we're not gonna feel great. We're not gonna feel good. So then there's gonna be deterioration of the body, deterioration of the mind, deterioration of our well-being. And that's what I like to work with.
Then you can work on the outside. Jennifer and her staff can customize plans just for you.
Some people are looking for just nutrition. I want to eat right. I'm not interested in working out. So I might start them at, let's start walking a little bit, because walking is great for circulation, for movement, for mobility. And then sometimes they see such great results that then they want now, I want to start working out. And working out there's different levels of working out. They choose whichever one they want to be at. And it could be a 14-year-old child or kid, or it could be a 70-year-old person. And I have them at all categories. I have people that want to gain a lot of muscle. I have people that just want to be mobile for the rest of their lives and feel good.
Infinity is definitely there for you. In fact, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
A lot of people complain about in town is that they close on the holidays and I want to work out. So who are we to tell them they can't work out on Christmas Day? So I wanted to offer 24/7. So there's plenty of medical staff that work overnight and they want to get off of work and come straight to work out. So we offer that. I decided to go with this Arsenal equipment, which is top of the line right now. It's just designed, the way it's designed, the angles to accommodate more of the human body, and depending on people's heights or lengths or heights or width. So it's comfortable and it's great for just any person.
Jennifer is a goal setter. She knows what it's like to set a goal and achieve it.
When I was probably 14 years old, I looked at a magazine and saw Miss Olympia and I said, I'm gonna do that. And I did it. I worked very hard. It didn't come easy. It doesn't come easy to nobody. I worked very hard. And I started competing in 2004, and by 2008, I was on Olympia stage, my first Olympia.
Ms. Olympia is the most prestigious competition for female bodybuilding. Jennifer made it to the top 10 twice.
I never get tired of inspiring, and I don't give up on people. I just like to continue and push them and let's go, let's reach those goals.
In 1995, two former college gymnasts wanted to share their love of gymnastics with Lubbock. TEGA Kids was born.
We started with, just a few kids doing gymnastics lesson, and we had a little competitive team, and it quickly grew into having childcare and camps and swimming, after-school care. It just kind of blossomed into a much bigger business than just gymnastics. We had a passion for gymnastics and a passion for kids, so it was a perfect combination.
Michelle points to life lessons learned through gymnastics, along with several other benefits.
The coordination, the flexibility, the strength, the life skills when you're little, of just learning how to take directions and take turns, and just all of those great things that parents want their kids to learn.
The challenges of the sport.
Yeah.
Gymnastics is an extremely difficult sport. Just overcoming those obstacles and achieving some of the skills that we ask them to achieve.
And that's what
pretty
makes
important.
it fun. That's the thing, is it's sort of this constant, never-ending improvement in this sport. So,
strive for perfection.
Yeah, you don't ever get it all the way, but you get it good enough that you get to move on to the next thing.
And the next thing for TEGA Kids was a brand new facility at 4525 Milwaukee Avenue with gymnastics and a whole lot more.
One of our main focuses was the parent. The experience that the parent had, because most gyms are, you're sitting on a metal bench. Any youth sport,
Yeah.
They're bringing their kids, and then whatever the parent can do, they do. But we wanted to provide an environment that they would feel comfortable and that they could work when they're here, or they could sit and watch their kids the whole time. We wanted them to be comfortable, and because they're the ones that are really making the decision for the kids. I mean, the kids are gonna have a blast, no matter what it looks like or feels like.
We know that.
Yeah, but we wanted the parents to have a good experience too, because they're here a lot. And then of course, we wanted to have the most up-to-date equipment and the Ninja. We have airbags instead of foam pit in many areas, so it's cleaner and safer. The indoor pool was a big addition. We've always done swim lessons in the summer, but having an indoor pool that's heated all year round swim lessons is big for us. And we also paired this with a new location on Indiana, which has the same feel as this for the parent standpoint. When you walk in, you'll know it's TEGA. If you've only been here and you walk in there. And it's a great location out in South Lubbock that's really booming right now. A lot of young families, so we're excited about that location too. And we do parties.
Yeah.
We do pool parties, we do gym parties.
Yep, ninja parties.
Both locations.
Yep.
So we definitely utilize our facility.
And it's so rewarding to be able to have these little ones, some that started when they were 18 months old, and they're 16 and 17 years old now. So it's great to watch them go from the very beginnings of this sport and be at the highest level of the sport at this point.
They're getting ready now for a busy time this summer.
We got a lot of kids running around having a good time. It's loud, but it's that fun, loud kid happy noise that we love. There are hundreds of little victories that occur when you're learning a skill. And so it's a little bit unlike some other sports I think that kids are in, that just conquering that thing comes with lots and lots and lots of little victories along the way.
It's really focused on these families that come here. And not us for sure, not our coaches. It's for our customers. So yeah, we're very excited about it.
For 40 years, the Sewing Studio has been part of Lubbock. They have sewing covered in so many ways.
Here at the Sewing Studio, we have kind of three different facets. We have the supplies for all the sewing and embroidery projects that you might come across. So we have fabric and we have thread and we have stabilizer and all the things that someone would need to get started in our craft. And then we also sell the full line of the Baby Lock sewing and embroidery machines. So that includes our sewing machines, embroidery machines, sergers, which often are used in some clothing and crafting, and then our long arm machines, which are used to finish off our quilts. And then after that, we also do a lot of different classes here, everything from beginning classes. All of our beginning classes on our machines are free. If you buy a machine from us, you get free classes on how to learn to use them, so we can make sure that you're educated and you have a good experience. And then we also do a lot of project classes, and those project classes range from everything from embroidery to sewing to making bags or anything else that we can come up that we think might be enjoyable to others.
There was a resurgence in the interest in sewing right after the COVID pandemic.
Felt so alone and in our own space that people were trying to reach out in different ways, and they wanted to come and be a community again and learn something new.
The Sewing Studio caters to all levels of sewing expertise, with beginners definitely welcomed.
We start all of our students with our machine, so those guide classes are free so they can learn how to use their machine and be really efficient with it and not be afraid of the actual machine itself. And then we go from there and we help them choose classes that are more designed for the beginner. So what are some easy things to do? How do we start a quilt? How do we finish a quilt? You know, we have the gamut of people that are trying to jump in. The first time you get to finish that project and you've done everything from start to end, it's such an accomplishment that you've gotten to do that whole thing by yourself, and that you have the power to create other things. You know, you've gone through that, you've stepped through it with us. Okay, now I see where I could take this.
The Sewing Studio has built a true community.
The other day, this lady came in and said, you know, I've been coming to your shop for a year, and I can't believe how much I've gained from that experience. I have a community now, I have a church now, I have all of you guys, and I didn't have that a year ago. And so not only are we really building your skills, but we're giving you a place to exist, in a place that we love you and they love us, and it really makes that experience for everyone. We have a meeting once a month, the first Thursday of every month, and that's time for us to share what's going on in the shop, new things that are coming in, and have people show and tell. So it's an opportunity for them to show what projects they're working on or what they might be inspired by. And so that kind of leads us into, well, that's great. Well, what does that look like in next steps for us? So always on the lookout for new things, different things, what would be inspiring. You know, what's good for the next beginner class, what's good for the next advanced class, just constantly growing and offering different things. So it's never a dull moment around here. We have a website, thesewingstudio.com, and that has a calendar, and on the calendar shows all of our classes that are upcoming and a little bit about those classes. So you can click on the link and see what's going on in the class, what project we're working on, what might be involved in the class. So certainly they can go to the website to see what's going on. And then just coming in, we always have samples of the projects that we're coming up on. And then just being able to really speak to someone about it. The staff's very knowledgeable and just trying to figure out what's best for them. You know, we want to meet them as an individual and figure out what works for them without stretching them too far.
Step inside the doors of Caviar Academy and meet some of the Caviar family.
The first thing that ever stuck with me was like there was no rudeness or bullying, whatever. And there is just one big family, and I could 100% agree with that.
And we all help each other as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like not only we have April, but we also like have time together to kind of figure things out on our own, so that we're like prepared to do it in the real world.
Yeah.
Caviar Academy offers an alternative to traditional education.
The four-year degree was not meant for everyone. There's still a way to make a living without having to invest 4 years of their life. So I found a niche as far as these programs that the state of Texas was offering. Our esthetician program is 5.5 months, and our cosmetology program is 9 months. In such a short time frame, for the short time frame that they invest here, as far as what it costs is minute to what they're capable of making in this industry. This industry is ever changing every day, and these girls can easily make six figures, whether they're a cosmetologist or esthetician, as long as they stay committed to their trade. We offer our cosmetology program. It is a 9-month program. It's 1,000 hours that you take here from Monday through Friday, and on Friday would be online. We also have our esthetician program. That's a 750-hour program. Same thing, Monday through Friday. You do your Friday online. And we also have the Barber to Cause program. So what that is, it's only 300 hours. If you already have your barber license but want to get more involved in the cosmetology industry as well, it's only a 300-hour course, and that's only a 10-week course.
Along with teaching the basics of their profession, they also prepare the students to operate their own business.
There's a way to start a business, but not all the time can you maintain that business after a few years. So yes, we do definitely teach them, because they're hopefully going to be contracted for themselves in business for themselves. So we definitely need to show them what the part of expense is, what their income is. Just because they make, $3,000 in a week doesn't mean that's the all income for themselves. They have to learn what portion of it is going to fall into their tax bracket and what portion is going to fall into their expenses.
She's done a lot of projects with us, especially like giving us a whole plan on how, like, here's your money from a bank, how you're gonna make it work. How you're gonna get a building, where you're gonna get all your product from, are you gonna pay clients, you're gonna have clients or not. She's really helped a lot with the business aspect.
Something new at Caviar starting in March, night classes.
It's going to be Monday through Wednesday from 4:30 to 8:30, and then on Thursdays and Fridays, you'll have an evening courses online. That's going to be mainly for a lot of our possibly non-traditional students. Maybe back in the day, they weren't able to get into these classes, and now they are. The state of Texas doesn't require a diploma anymore, a high school diploma, so that's even going to be a bigger game changer for a lot of people. So I'm super excited to be able to service those people.
I am more based in the waxing, and I've gotten really good at it. Had a great teacher to teach me that, and all of the girls are helpful as well. If you do something wrong, they will help you as well.
So, Paige, if somebody was thinking about coming to Caviar Academy, what would you tell them?
I'd say, oh my gosh, yes! This is the place to be! Like, this is it!
The first Girl Scout troop was formed in 1912. 110 years later, they are alive and well in Lubbock.
Teaches girls confidence and courage and how to be a leader, and that they have a family. Their Girl Scout troop becomes their family. They build friendships that last a lifetime. They get to learn things that they probably might not experience at home.
There's not only room for more girls to join Girl Scouts, but for volunteers to help in a variety of ways.
We need people who can transport girls if they want to go on a field trip. We need folks who may have a cupboard full of snacks and they want to give girls snacks. So it's the volunteer roles for Girl Scouts are just more than what we could even start to explain. You name it, we have a spot for you.
The most visible time of the year for Girl Scouts is during the annual cookie drive. The girls even attend Cookie University to get ready each year.
We teach them about decision making and money management and people skills and goal setting, and we do that through what we call Cookie University. We have it every year, either in December or January, and we use our older girls as role models, and they work with the younger girls at different stations on things that they'll learn in the cookie cell and things they need to know.
Can you imagine that young girls today, they don't do that, you know, they're shy, they look away, but can you imagine a little 5-year-old, hey, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? You know, hey, let me count your change back to you. We see adults today who can't even count change back, but a 5-year-old that's in Girl Scouts, oh, let me tell you, she can count some change back, and she can tell you can get 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies for $20. Yes, she can.
By the end of the cookie season, those shy little girls are gone. They just transform right in front of your eyes.
The girls have set goals for the money raised and are taught to use it wisely.
Our family helped her raise the money through selling Girl Scout cookies to pay for her entire trip to Europe. 14 days she went to Europe on Girl Scout cookie money.
Wow.
Yeah. So can you imagine the skills that she learned from that? It was just amazing.
The girls also earn cookie bucks that can be spent at the Girl Scout store. That's located at 2567 74th Street behind the Science Spectrum.
The main thing I push is the uniforms. We really want to see the girls out in the community and being recognizable as Girl Scouts, so we want them to have their vest or sash. So you get the new little daisy that comes in the store, and you walk them over to the uniforms, and the mom always says, do you want this piece or this piece? And I'm like, let's try it on. Let's see what it looks like on you. And then they get a little more excited.
They don't just shop for themselves, but they may buy Christmas gifts. They may buy something for their big brother. We have STEM projects in there, STEM gift sets. We have all kind of things that are just amazing.
I encourage any parent to get involved with their daughter. Doesn't have to be a leader, just volunteer, bring snacks to a meeting, but it gives you that chance to stop when you're so busy and life is passing you by to spend it with your daughter, and they'll cherish it forever.
You're empowering adults that's going to take with the skills that they learn and then share them with young girls. I believe that we do build girls of courage, confidence, and character to make this world a better place.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Look Around Lubbock. Over the next several months, Fox 34 will present topics that will provide information on everything from wellness, new hobbies, and training that can lead to job opportunities. Join me every Saturday and Sunday right here on Fox 34 News Now to see the positive impact that expanding your knowledge and fitness can have in your life.